Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Thursday morning, 5th day of January, obviously there's a lot to talk about this morning. It's the classic scenario for Alabama. Bitterly cold air, plunging down and meeting up just at the right time with low pressure developing along the northern Gulf Coast. Well, you know, that is the classic setup for wintry precipitation in Alabama. On this video, I will show you 3 different computer models to give you an idea of 3 possible scenarios of how this will all play out. Then we'll settle on who gets what and when. And as if the wintry precipitation was not a big enough story, wait till you see the temperatures for about 3 days and 3 very cold nights. Here we go.
All right, so there's the frigid air on the current map, and that's very key to this whole situation. Timing is everything. It arrives just at the right time as the moisture is arriving. And here comes the moisture, low pressure. This is classic for us, coming out of Texas, moving across the northern Gulf of Mexico into the Atlantic. The exact track that low takes determines who gets rain and who gets snow. All right, if it changes, the forecast changes. Today, mostly sunny. Cloudy by tonight, a 30% chance of showers in the overnight hours. Today's high 58, tonight's low 39. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour today. Now, I prefer to show you the European on this next series of map. Here's noon on Friday. Rain through much of central and south Alabama. Already a mixture in west central and north central Alabama. At 6 p.m. Friday, the mixture moves, is still north of the I-85 corridor, but during the evening hours, you know, after 7, there'll be a mixture here in central Alabama. And by midnight, it's right on top of us. Mixed rain, snow, sleet, all rain in South Alabama. Notice it's all snow at the northern peripheral of all of this band of precipitation, which continues moving south in the overnight hours. By 6 o'clock, the European has all snow briefly as far south as, let's say, a Montgomery to Auburn line, and a mixture all the way down as far south as Troy, and then rain southeast of that. That's the European. The GFS is the most bullish of all. It's got all snow all the way down to almost Troy, and it's got the mixture all the way down to about Dothan at 6 a.m. Saturday. Remember, the GFS has been bullish all along, and there's the accumulation on the GFS. That's interesting to look at. Tallapoosa, Chambers County, it prints out several inches of snow towards the Georgia border. That's, again, the GFS model. The European accumulated snow is just spotty here in central Alabama, and a little bit heavier up towards Atlanta, maybe 3 or 4 inches. So that's the European. One more model, that's the North American model. It shows some spotty accumulation. It has the farthest south accumulation, less than an inch in through central and maybe in southeast Alabama, and more towards an inch near the Georgia border. So we're going to settle on this forecast. It mitigates all the models, all right? The southern edge of the accumulation, perhaps around Alexander City, Clanton, and Demopolis, up to 2 inches up towards Calera, maybe 3 inches, up to 3 inches around the Birmingham area, in the winter storm watch area around Gadsden and Anniston. In fact, the winter storm watch in effect for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden. Keep that in mind if you're going to be traveling tomorrow. That's an area to watch. And how about wind chills Sunday morning? Look at this. Maybe 14 Montgomery, 18 in Dothan, 6 towards the Georgia border. That's because the model thinks there'll be snow on the ground there. These are some temperatures, interesting temperatures, down to 30 on Saturday morning. That's critical. Saturday's high only 42. Look at 23 on Sunday morning, 25 on Monday morning. Highs only in the 40s for about 3 or 4 days. And so, you know, this is quite a winter blast. The GFS numbers are, you know, way down to about 20 on Sunday morning. That's a little extreme. And 23 on Monday morning. And that's before wind chill. And, you know, daytime highs very, very cold indeed. So this is going to be, and by the way, notice the big warm-up as we look towards later in the week. As we get towards midweek and late week, temperatures in the upper 60s, I think maybe even towards 70 by next Saturday. That's pretty amazing. Obviously, you need our weather app if you don't have it. Hourly forecast, the future radar, what's falling, the precipitation type, all of that is on that weather app, and we hope you get it today. Download it for your smartphone or your tablet, and tell your friends about it, will you?
Now, could this forecast change? Yeah, you bet. I mean, could there be surprises? Of course there could be. We'll be watching all the computer model data that comes in. In fact, there'll be a special update this morning. Our regular 11 o'clock update from the Blue Water Weather Center will be pretty interesting. I hope you have a chance to Join us for that. That'll be on your app too. You go to the YouTube tab. And of course, we'll be talking about it on the radio this morning on News Talk 93.1 from 6 to 9. And on Bama Country. And of course, across the radio dial on 8 radio stations twice an hour. You'll have your updated forecast, which will keep changing and we'll keep you up to date. And tomorrow morning, I'll be right here with a very important Friday morning video as we get you ready with the latest information right before the event takes place. Have a great day today and get that app, okay?
Rich Thomas weather.